Hey, let me ask you one question. In Australia, just 1% of people own half the country's wealth. Hard to believe? I didn't believe it either. Today, we talk about who they are and whether you can get there too. This is today's story. Let's get into it. First, let's talk numbers, because numbers don't lie. Australia's total household wealth, $15.9 trillion. 1 trillion is 1,000 billion. Let that sink in. Split across 26 million people, the average Australian has $600,000 net worth. Wow, sounds like everyone is doing great. But wait, average and median are very different things. The median Australian net worth is just $273,000. See that gap? Top 20% own 63% of all wealth. Bottom 20%, just 1%. So the real question is, what do the top people actually do? Let's meet Australia's 5 richest people. Number 5, Mike Cannon-Brookes, founder of Atlassian. He built a software company from Sydney, now worth over $50 billion. Never moved to Silicon Valley. He took on the world from Sydney. Net worth, $20 billion. Let's move to number 4. Number 4, Andrew Forrest made his fortune in iron ore. Fortescue Metals Group, he turned empty land into a mining empire. Now he's putting all that wealth into renewable energy. Net worth, $25 billion. Number 3, this one always starts a conversation in Australia. Gina Rinehart, once the richest woman in the world. Her father bought land in the 1960s for almost nothing. That land turned out to be sitting on iron ore. Net worth today, over $35 billion. Now, brace yourself for the top 2. Number 2, a man whose father arrived in Australia with nothing. Harry Triguboff, immigrant from China. His family had no money when they arrived. He founded Meriton, Australia's largest apartment builder. Everyone said Sydney was too expensive. Nobody would buy. Harry said, perfect time. Net worth, $25 billion. Immigrant to billionaire. It is possible in Australia. And the number 1 secret to wealth in Australia? It is not a person. Property, property, property. 70% of Australian millionaires, their main wealth source is real estate. A Sydney house bought for $150,000 in 1990 is worth $1.8 million today. That is a 1,200% return in 34 years. No share market, no term deposit, nothing came close to that. Now, let me tell you something that is hard to hear. You are a doctor, $200,000 salary, rent, car loan, school fees. At the end of the month, only $1,000 to $2,000 left over. But the person who bought a $450,000 investment property in 2018 made $300,000 without doing extra work. Salary grows 3% per year. Property grows 7 to 8%. That gap compounds every single year. In 10 years, the property owner has doubled the salary earner's wealth. So what is the solution? Let's talk about that right now. Now, the part most videos skip. How wealthy Australians actually think. Secret number 1, they value time more than money. Harry Triguboff said, I never washed my own car. That time was worth $1,000 to me. Secret number 2, they solve problems. They do not complain. Everyone told Mike Cannon-Brookes to go to Silicon Valley. He built a $50 billion company from Sydney instead. Secret number 3, they truly understand compounding. $1 that doubles every 7 years becomes $32 in 35 years. That is the secret they never teach in school. Starting amount matters. The earlier and bigger you start, the bigger the result. Now, something interesting. Where do Australia's wealthy actually live? In Sydney, Point Piper, Vaucluse. Average home price, $9.8 million. Even prime ministers live here. In Melbourne, Toorak. Average $4.5 million. 40% of residents have over $2 million net worth. In Perth, Peppermint Grove, Australia's richest suburb per capita, home to mining billionaires. And in 2024, wealthy people from around the world are moving to Australia. Stable politics, clean environment, world-class healthcare, strong property rights. Australia is a safe haven for the world's wealthy. A new class of wealthy Australians is rising, the tech millionaires. Melanie Perkins founded Canva at age 26. Today, it is worth $32 billion. Australia's second richest woman, built with a laptop and one idea. Nick Molnar co-founded Afterpay, sold for $39 billion. Australia's youngest self-made billionaire. Bruce Buchanan was a normal marketing executive. Today, his company Rocked is valued at $3.4 billion. The common thread? None of them were waiting for a pay rise. They were all solving real problems. Now, the thing the media never properly talks about. In the next 20 years, $3.5 trillion will be passed down through inheritance in Australia. If your parents owned property, you could inherit $500K to $2 million. If they rented, you get nothing. That is tough to hear, I know. This game has never been perfectly fair. But in Australia today, people are still building wealth from nothing. First generation, no inheritance. And their roadmap? That is exactly what we cover next.
All right, now the part that actually matters for you. Step 1, emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses. Cash. Before any investment. Lost your job? Medical emergency? No problem. Your emergency fund keeps your investments safe. Step 2, take your superannuation seriously. An extra $50 a week compounds to over $200,000 in 30 years. Most people ignore it. Wealthy people maximize it. Big difference. Step 3, property or ETFs. Which one first? It depends on your situation. In Sydney or Melbourne with a deposit saved, look at property. Otherwise, VDHG, A200. Simple, low cost, diversified. Step 4, grow your income first. Tradespeople earn $150K, developers $180K, managers $140K. Grow your active income, then invest. That order matters more than most people realize. Step 5, build your network. Every Australian billionaire had a mentor, a right connection at the right time. BNI chapters, startup meetups, industry conferences. Go to them. That is where doors open. 5 steps, one at a time. It takes time, but it works. So, we covered a lot of ground today. Stats, billionaire stories, the middle class trap, tech millionaires, and your roadmap. I want to ask you one question. Where do you want to be financially in the next 5 years? Do not just dream. Pick a specific number. Because without a number, there is no plan. No plan means no action. No action means no result. Simple as that. Next video, buying a home in Australia. Reality or impossible dream? Subscribe so you do not miss it. Drop in the comments what is one action you are taking after this video. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. New Aussie Finance video every single week. Until then, keep learning, keep growing. See you next week. One more video right here. See you there.